Hey there again, it's Tuesday afternoon and I'm back with my second video of the day showing you a very quick and easy card, and this can be used also as a graduation card. So I'm giving you a little sneak peek of a stamp set that will be coming out early May when the new catalog goes live. And also, just because a lot of you like to have some ideas on board for graduation, some of you might need a card or two, some of you might need many more than that, depending on where you're at in your season of life. I know a few years ago, like, we needed easily 30 cards a year, and now those are dwindling down. So just love to show you a quick and simple layout, and this could be for graduation or any kind of congratulations type thing. But I'm excited to show you a sneak peek as well as something that you might not think should go together. But let me get my camera turned around here. I wasn't sure. My husband and I talked about going on a date, kind of for our anniversary. Our plans got botched the other night when we were mid-meal, but sometimes that happens, and so it just got to be like too busy today, and I thought that's okay. I can keep giving you guys some inspiration here on my end, and I needed to do some laundry. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but stuck in a load of laundry, and when it finished, I started to pull it out and then went, you know, I don't remember putting laundry detergent in here. So my clothes are either going to be really clean or just clean. But so I washed them again and put the detergent in. I don't know if you guys, please tell me you've maybe done that before. Every once in a while that happens. I don't know why, but pretty crazy. So anyway, thank you, Pam. Thank you. So yeah, double feature tomorrow. Depending on how my packing goes for the retreat, I would love to do even a triple feature for you guys. We'll see. No promises, but that would be a fun goal, wouldn't it? I feel like NCIS when they just have their marathon runs. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Pam. And I love using designer series paper. Pam said that I have such a knack for putting things together, but I tell you what, using designer series paper and then just flipping it over and looking at the back, that is kind of like a recipe in itself. So for today's card, congratulations on your achievement. It comes together really quick and easy. Hope all things wonderful are headed your way. Perfect for graduation. And then let me show you the stamp set, Sending Salutations. So I've already probably shown, I think, a card. I know we've used it at class, to a marvelous person on their birthday. Love that for congratulations, friendship, get well, here's to a new chapter, things like that. So Sending Salutations, that will be coming out. So this is the sneak peek. Not sure if I'm going to do a link for today's card. I would like to. Maybe I'll just put that on there. It won't show up in the shopping link because you won't be able to get it yet. So I'm always on the fence if I want to create those links, but yet I can put everything else in there, which is always helpful too, especially with tomorrow being double rewards day, starting that through the end of the week kind of. So this paper here is fun, and I love those little lines on there. As I was pulling out my Real Red, here I'll actually show you, I went, oh gosh, that's kind of clashy. That's too bad that it didn't match up. And then I realized it didn't match up because it's Poppy Parade. So kind of a nice, brighter version of red. And that is from the Made with Love designer series paper. So who would have thought that we could use our Valentine 12 by 12 designer series paper made with love for graduation cards? Wasn't thinking that route, but I love it. A lot of area schools use black and red, so I thought I would do this design for that. And not that you have to, but I thought, you know, you can copy it and make it your own with your own school's design. And even if you don't have designer series paper in your school colors that you're after, you can use regular cardstock, emboss it so that you can still have kind of a stamped section and then an embossed section, vice versa, but still use this layout if you want. And let me also show you this. I know some of you have mentioned you like that. So this is my supply list, and I'll post that on my Still Shot too on Facebook here, but that will show you everything that I used to make it. And let me get started. Like I said, it comes together quick. So that's kind of fun, especially if you do need a stack of these. All right, so the card base starts with basic black, opening this way. Hello there, Betty. Good to see you on here again. And what I have is 2 pieces here that will be used for my card. This piece is 4 inches by 2, let me double check, 4 inches by 2.5. I should have it memorized as many times as I had to cut that for prepping for card class. And then the designer series paper here, 4 inches by 3 inches. And there you can see the hearts. So before I put either of these on, I'm going to do my stamping. So there's 2 inks for this project. This was difficult for those at class this time around. I don't know why. So lots of black ink got in my Poppy Parade. So we're going to see how this kind of looks here. Let me just grab a piece of scratch paper because I'm going to stamp on and off. Now this little guy, I've had a lot of questions. It's that little starburst here. And let me see. Hold with me here. Sunshine Vibes. This I just recently used with the rainbow card that I did for you guys, and it has this in the stamp set. Out of the stamps that we've used, you know, this recently, the hello and thanks, but this is where this comes from for today's card, that Sunshine Vibes. So just to let you know, and then what I do is just ink this up and stamp it randomly. And I think it always looks more appealing to the eye when you do some stamping off the edges. It doesn't make it look like the pattern is contained basically to what you see. And I think it gives it more of a fluid look. So sometimes even just getting a little bit of those images off to the side just gives it a more eye-appealing look. So we've got that. Just double checking to make sure I don't know. I thought I saw a glimpse of some red on my fingers, which would not be good. Okay, so now this is ready to go on our card base here. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to this. And I'm going to kind of just go 1/4 inch from the top here, just eyeballing that and putting that down. And then this is going to be put right on top of that. A lot of times when I do cardstock or an embossed section with designer series paper, anytime I try and do some kind of like belly band with a solid piece of like the Poppy Parade or even black to kind of pull that together. But what I'm using today is the Nested Essentials dies. And once I stamp this basically covers that whole area. So in effect, this is going to kind of be that belly band. So let me just take that stamp set from the Sending Salutations here and make sure I have the right one for the outside. Congratulations on your achievement. I'm just going to ink up with some black ink here, memento. And then let me pull over that scratch piece again, and I'm just going to bring back my Poppy Parade and stamp a couple of these here on one side and then one over here on that side. And my ink pads, the reason why I kind of keep checking too is because it got black ink on it. I re-inked it heavily with the Poppy Parade. I tried to suck out the black and do that, and because of that, then it's pretty juicy. So I'm just gonna let that simmer there and dry, and then I'm going to pull over the inside sentiment from Sending Salutations, and oops, hope all things wonderful are headed your way. We've got that. And then once again, I'm going to bring this over and kind of do that same stamping. 2 and down below, and then 1 on top there to just kind of have that follow through. Hello there, Norma. Good to see you on here. Right, so just add some adhesive here and put this on in the inside. And then I'll grab some dimensionals to use here. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the dimensionals. That'll get that popped up. Maybe. Should use my take your pick. I did find those after unpacking for my class last night in between my first video today and now. And then I just want to, before I like press it down, not only do I want to make sure it's straight, but also evenly aligned between the two. I'm just going to press that down like so. Now for embellishments, there is a soccer looking suite in the catalog, and the Wonderful Stars puffy stickers. They look almost like they'd be like cardboard or something, but they are kind of puffy. We had those stars at Halloween time that were almost reminded me of adhesive peeps, like the Easter peeps. And these aren't, they're kind of like that as far as adhesive and puffy, but they don't have that squishability. They're a little bit more firm, but I love how they aren't very puffed up, even though they say they're puffy. So when it comes to mailing, this is already popped up with dimensionals, so it makes it nice that these don't stick out and above that. So I'm just going to take like one big black one, and then one tiny black one, and then one tiny white one, and just kind of go like that. But the sky's the limit, and you can mix those up with colors or whatever. And I bet you could actually take some Stampin' Blends and color these white stars if you wanted them to be a different color. And so if you wanted to take and change up any of these large and small white stars here, because you get 2 full sheets in a package, so you get a generous amount of these in the Wonderful Stars puffy stickers. And so those are online. So if you're wondering like, gosh, how come I haven't seen those? Where are they from? Online. And if you ever want me to order something in for you, let me know, because these make a really quick and easy embellishment for that. So that's it for coming up with a quick and easy graduation card idea. There you go. And like I said, you can just swap out what you have for designer series paper, or substitute with an embossing folder on one of your sections with the card front on that, and that way you can get your school colors the way you want them as well. All right, so hopefully you guys have a great night, and I'm going to sign off for now for you guys, and I will be back tomorrow with some more inspiration. Take care. Bye-bye.